Hey everybody, welcome back to Handmade by Alicia. So as promised, I am making some soap. Today we are going to do Indian sandalwood, and I am using, all my colors are from Mad Micas. And I've got my husband Chad here with me, so he can say hello.
Hi.
And he's showing an interest in soap making, so I'm gonna kind of teach him as we go. And for anybody that's new to soap making or new to my channel, you can kind of follow along too. So I've got all my oils here, and I'm not gonna melt them down. I'm doing what they call the heat transfer method. So my lye water is still very hot. I just mixed it up about 5 minutes ago, so it's at 144 degrees. My oils are cool at 71. So what's gonna happen is whenever I pour my lye in, it's gonna melt everything down while it emulsifies.
You haven't told me about that before.
Yeah, so normally you melt everything down and you try to get it within about 10 degrees of each other and around 110. But whenever you do the heat transfer method, you can just take your super hot lye and melt your oils with it. So, but you don't want to stick blend it until everything's melted. So I am, like I said, I'm trying a new recipe. I'm trying to formulate a harder bar. So I've got a higher percentage of hard oils than I usually do. And this mango butter that I'm using is very hard. The coconut oil usually melts pretty quick. Shea butter, my shea butter is a little grainy. I haven't melted it and re-solidified it yet. So it melts pretty quick, but this mango butter is taking a while. So I'm also going to be using some bentonite clay, and that'll help with purification of the skin, drawing out toxins. Of course, you know, none of these statements have been evaluated by the FDA, blah, 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 you know, insert legalese here. So I have bentonite clay and colloidal oatmeal in here. And this is from Nurtured Garden, this Indian sandalwood. Thank you. So I'm gonna need about 2 ounces. 2.1 is close enough. Anyway, I've got that already measured out and ready to go. Excuse me. Let's see how this is coming along. Now, once you get down to where there's some smaller chunks, you can buzz them up and they'll melt on down. I'm feeling how warm it is. Can you hand me that thermometer? If it's gonna keep melting or not. No. So I'm gonna buzz the rest of it.
So did you wait too long to do the transfer, or? Yeah,
I may have waited a little bit too long, because my lye cooled down to about 144, and it's almost the temperature of boiling water whenever you first mix it up. So I may have waited a little bit too long. It is a little cool in here, which is the way I like it. Now you're gonna see me beating the blender on the bottom. That's to burp any air bubbles that are caught under the blender, because you don't want air.
Prevent explosions.
No.
When you blend it, you don't want stuff.
No, you don't want the air bubbles because they'll show up in the final product.
So you're just grabbing them and
Yep.
it don't get all out of there. You can't put it in the microwave now.
Right. I don't know. I've never had it happen before. Okay, now I'm gonna mix my oils in and my fragrance. Then I'm gonna mix them by hand because in order to get everything broken down and melted, I ended up having to buzz this for a pretty good bit. So it's at probably a medium trace. So trace is what you get whenever you have been mixing soap, and then if you pick your spatula up and drop some soap back on it, it leaves a trace of itself on the surface.
Okay.
So we're at a medium trace here. Normally I like to soap pretty thin, but like I said, I had a little snafu with getting everything melted. But I'm not going to edit that out. I'm going to upload it because I want people to see that even if something doesn't go exactly to plan, you can still come out with something that you like. You just have to work with it and adapt. Yeah. And I've been making soap for about 8 years or so. Where are my containers? Those. Thank you. All right. No, it's okay. I just need these two.
Oh. Why do you need just two? Oh, I'm dumb because the other ones.
So we have, these are old, so the branding is different. I have Twilight Mica from Mad Micas, but this is an old jar, so it was back whenever they were Mad Oils. Then we have Tangerine Dream and Snow White. If anybody can guess what these colors represent, comment down below.
Send you a free bar of soap.
Maybe. So, mix this up.
This one. Can I do this one?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
As much as humanly possible.
Right. And since this is thick, you want to mix this up really well. And you can see, you need to wear gloves. And you can see on the bottom here some of the unmixed soap. So be sure and get those nubbins. Yeah, everything is nubbins. This is a really pretty color. Everything is nubbins. This is going to be interesting to get in the mold, I can tell you. Where's the white one? It's okay.
It's disturbingly warm. I guess is how we're going to put that.
It's disturbingly warm.
Since I know what the warm is coming from.
Oh. Now, normally I use titanium dioxide for white, but I don't have any right now because I think it's in storage. Because we moved, like I said in my last video.
I haven't watched it.
long as you got the bottom, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay, so now I'm gonna do an in the pot swirl. So since this is so thick, I'm not gonna get my pretty wispy lines that I was wanting. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of mix it all together and let it kind of swirl itself as it's going in the mold. So we'll.
This is the exact blue that I wanted.
Good.
Well, I mean, at least it's just soap.
Right.
At least it will be. Yeah, I guess technically it is now, isn't it?
Sorta. It's still reacting.
It's an emulsion. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Accurate. I don't think we're gonna get the white, but that's okay. This is not painting by numbers.
No. Titanium dioxide would give me a more stark white. This is gonna be what I like to call soap white, which is not like clouds in the sky white. It's more of a cream.
It's not saints white.
All right, so now we're gonna take the big spatula and we're gonna give it a couple of turns.
I swear, if it turns to green, though.
All right, now take my PVC mold. Can they still see?
It looks that way. It's a little high up, but oh yeah.
Yeah.
You can see the. We will be getting a tripod, we promise.
This is what I like to call plop and drop.
Oh, sorry guys. There. Like what happens when I
Plop and drop. That's funny. So this recipe has sped up on me quite a bit. And I think it's the soap recipe and not the fragrance oil. This is already starting to gel and solidify.
You didn't tell me that you had soap on your gloves.
Sorry.
It's okay.
So there may well be bubbles in this, and that's okay. So this process of this soap setting up this fast, what I was saying is called acceleration. And this is
Gotta go fast.
crazy acceleration. Get in there.
About the paper though.
I had to pull it out.
So we're just kind of winging it.
Yeah.
Might need a Dremel for this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you call soap on a stick. Try to get some of the bubbles out.
I thought it was what you would call getting hammered.
So we'll see what she looks like in a couple days. Actually, it won't be a couple days. This accelerated so fast, it's already starting to gel. I may be able to unmold it tomorrow. But anyway, stay tuned and I will film it whenever we cut it. Thanks. All right, what's up guys? Check out this gnarly loaf of soap. Look at all the bubbles, all the air pockets. So this is a soap that got away from me. So what I'm gonna do, I think I can salvage some of it in here. This was just for us to use anyway. And for like family and friends. So I'm gonna try to salvage some of it, and what I can't salvage, I'm gonna let cure and then shred as confetti. And if I can't salvage any of it, then I'll just shred all of it. But I'm gonna see what I can do. But nothing has to be lost. Like I said, I can use it for confetti. I mean, it's rustic, but that is a bar of soap. Rustic is a good way to put that. I'm gonna go with that. There's some of the cool colors. This one would probably salvage for us. This one too. They're just oddly shaped, which is fine. I'm surprised that I'm not seeing as much of the orange as I was expecting. Maybe it's down in the bottom. There's some. And last cut. So there you have it, my friends. I'm gonna take some pictures and you'll see the finished product at the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.